Hello everyone, and welcome to another marvelous video. Today we will look at the origins and powers of one of the most terrifying villains to haunt comic book pages, starting right from the idea to the execution. Part of the Amalgam universe and combining two DC and Marvel Comics' best-known villains, this villain was a nightmare when it appeared in the issue of the 1996 Legends of the Dark Claw #1 and DC vs. Marvel #4. Let's take a deep dive and find out more about Hyena. Hyena is an amalgamation of Joker, Batman's arch-nemesis from the DC universe, and Sabretooth, Wolverine's prime rival from the Marvel universe. The name's inspiration comes from the animal itself, as in a hyena that is constantly laughing, like the Joker, and referring to Sabretooth through its feral nature. But before we dive deeper into the origins of Hyena and learn more about him, let's discuss a bit about the Amalgam universe and how Hyena came to be. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Amalgam Universe Explained. The word amalgam means a mixture or blend. As such, the Amalgam Universe is a blend of the existing DC and Marvel Central Universes in a 1996 series, DC vs. Marvel, created by Ron Marz, Peter David, Dan Jurgens, and Claudio Castellani. They imagined the essence of the DC and Marvel comics to be that of two brothers, each embodying the spirit of one of the universes, who suddenly became aware of each other's long-forgotten existence. The brothers devised a tournament where all the major DC and Marvel characters of the time would have to battle each other. A few iconic fights thus occur, as we see Batman fighting Captain America, Superman fighting the Hulk, Storm going up against Wonder Woman, Spider-Man taking on Superboy, Namor and Aquaman squaring off, Thor vs. Shazam, and a few other fights. Everything is at stake as the losing universe would be obliterated. To save their respective universes, the Spectre and the Living Tribunal then fuse the two universes to try and stop the brothers from following through with their plan of obliterating the loser. The Amalgam Universe was thus born, combining the DC and Marvel universes as they had coexisted for a long time. Heroes like the Dark Claw, a combination of Batman and Wolverine, Super Soldier, a combination of Superman and Captain America, Doctor Strange Fate, an amalgamation of Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate, and a lot of others dominate this unstable reality. Terrifying origin of Hyena. But where there are heroes, we will also find villains. The amalgamation of the universes allows the writers to create some unique characters, but none perhaps shown as much as in the idea and execution as the dastardly Hyena. First appearing in Legends of Dark Claw #1, written and illustrated by Larry Hama, Jim Ballant, and Ray McCarthy, Hyena combines Joker, the Clown Prince of Gotham, and Victor Creed, aka Sabretooth, Wolverine's brother who becomes his lifelong enemy. Hyena bursts into the scene from page 2 of the issue, fighting Darkclaw, his arch-nemesis who tracks him to the Gotham Gazette printing press. Darkclaw is what you would imagine of a mix of Batman and Wolverine, the Dark Knight on Berserk Fury mode with adamantium for bones. Hyena banters his way through the fight, explaining that the Darkclaw fell right into his trap as he left clues to lure him to the printing press. After brief fun and a violent fight, Hyena gets away with the help of his pack, which is how his henchmen name themselves, as in a pack of hyenas. The Darkclaw returns to his estate, where he finds Carol Danvers, who goes by the name Huntress in this universe. She is a blend of Huntress from DC and Miss Marvel from the Marvel Universe. Huntress snoops around Wayne Manor, and Logan catches her spying. Confused? Well, Darkclaw is Logan Wayne, and thus in this universe, Wayne Manor is Logan's manor and not Bruce's. Here, Huntress finds an old photo showing Creed Quinn and Logan together in a war in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, which gets us into how was Hyena created and how he got his powers. Huntress and the readers learn from the Darkclaw that he and Hyena, aka Creed Quinn, first met when they were part of the same squadron in the Canadian Air Force. They eventually became part of a superweapons project led by Professor Carter Nichols and his two accomplices, Cornelius and Hines. It is similar to Wolverine's and Sabretooth's origin story. During experiments on them, their bones were coated with adamantium, and their healing powers were discovered as their latent mutant genes were unlocked. Similarities end there, there. However, as the Dark Claw explains that while he himself became a failure due to his conscience, the Hyena was precisely what the experiment intended to create: a ruthless, heartless, cold killer machine with a psychopathic personality. Dark Claw explains how after Hyena was made, he responded by killing his creators and then went on a rampage. Since then, he has been Dark Claw's biggest nemesis. Attack on POTUS. When the flashback ends, we learn Hyena's backstory, but Dark Claw and the Huntress quickly learn that the reason why Hyena was at the Gotham Gazette was to leave a clue about his next murderous plan. Hyena plans to kill the POTUS, and that too inside the Air Force One. However, for someone like Hyena, with the personality of the Joker, you can bet that he won't find any satisfaction in carrying out his gruesome crimes and murder unless Dark Claw is there to witness and fail to stop him from doing so. What we do understand about Hyena's personality is that, like Joker, he isn't disappointed if his plan fails as long as he gets his dance with the Dark Claw. Well, back to the issue. Hyena attacks Air Force One with his plans to introduce NaCN, or sodium cyanide gas, inside the aircraft to kill everyone. Dark Claw manages to reach in time and rips a hole in the plane with his adamantium claws, and the air decompression sucks the poison out, saving the president, but it also sucks him and Hyena out, and they start falling while fighting each other. Hyena makes a quick getaway with his parachute, while the falling Dark Claw is caught by his sidekick, Sparrow, a cross between Robin and Jubilee. Brief skirmish with Dark Claw and Super Soldier, and eventually demise. Legends of Dark Claw #1 was supposed to have a second issue, but those plans never materialized. Instead, we see Hyena again in Marvel vs. DC issue #4, which was also the last issue in this DC vs. Marvel tie-up saga. The story picks up exactly where it ends in the Legend of the Dark Claw #1. The issue opens with the shot of the Dark Claw chasing Hyena through the suburbs, with their usual banter on at full mode. When it looks like Hyena is about to give the slip to Dark Claw, Super Soldier arrives and joins the fight. It speaks volumes about Hyena's power, as he is briefly able to take on both Dark Claw and the Super Soldier, who is an amalgamation of Superman and Captain America. This fight soon breaks though, as the Access is the only hero in the amalgamated universe who remembers the original and can freely travel between the original DC and Marvel universes. It is the last we see of Hyena, as he is sent into the unknown through a portal. The story picks up from there as Access tries to solve the amalgamation situation and finally restores normalcy in the universe, but that is a story for another video. Hyena's powers and abilities. Throughout this debut issue, we discover why Hyena can be so deadly. Combining the Joker with Sabretooth essentially renders someone like the Joker almost invulnerable, who is already a master of mayhem and crime, but is usually vulnerable. Equipped with Sabretooth's healing factor and sharp adamantium nails and claws, Hyena is an aggressive and skilled fighter who can now throw himself at his full potential without worrying about self-harm. Hyena thrives in melee combat, heavily skilled in hand-to-hand fight techniques, with Sabretooth's viciousness and bloodlust driving him. He also loves to use his firearms and does not hesitate to kill. Joker's intelligence and Sabretooth's bloodlust make Hyena greater than the sum of his two-component character. You know Hyena is a dangerous villain when he can go on par with the combination of Batman and the Wolverine, and we don't need to explain why that combination can be considered, well, OP. Hyena's legacy. What's next? The amalgamation universe ended with the DC vs. Marvel issue #4, with both separate universes restored to their original states. Unfortunately, it also meant that we saw the last of Hyena along with it, as the character has not made any other appearances in any media since. Hyena had immense potential as a character, his art was unique, and his rivalry with the Dark Claw glimpsed its potential for a spin-off. Unfortunately, being a shared intellectual property of two companies who rarely see eye to eye, it's probably a long shot that Hyena will make any further appearance in the near future, with Disney and Warner Brothers not exactly lining up for collaboration projects. For the fans, however, this is not great, as we were given a glimpse of some fantastic concept characters, and we are left wishing there was some way we could bring them back in new comics issues for more adventures. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.